welcome to the Liverpool Community Podcast. Today I'm your host, Phil Beale, which usually indicates that we've got a musician around, and that is the case today. So we have another member of the course that we're running at the moment in the Academy, the Women in Music course, which has been funded by the Eleanor Rathbone Charitable Trust. And today we have Emilie Culshaw. And she's very nervous, but she's going to be absolutely fine. So hello, Emilie.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good.
Good.
That sounded really confident, actually. So...
I'm surprised. Didn't feel it.
No, well, you're going to be absolutely fine. And I will make the point, this is obviously his first podcast experience, isn't it?
I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very excited.
And later we're going to be doing a radio chat as well. Just going to go out on
terrifying. But I'm ready.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we talked a lot about that actually before we came up here to record, and it's just a hurdle you have to work through, isn't it? You know, and
definitely.
Techniques for performance. And managing nerves and that sort of thing, which we all get, we really do. So tell us a bit about your background and when you were growing up. I mean, we didn't talk about this beforehand, but I'll ask you the question anyway. When you were growing up and within your family group, was it a musical environment?
Yeah, definitely. My family's always loved music.
Yeah.
It's always been like what's kept us going through like hard times, and
that's lovely.
Yeah.
What sort of artists would you say your mum and dad be playing? Or?
My mum loves the 80s.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves the 80s. Take That. Obviously. Everyone's mums loves Take That.
They do.
They do. Gary Barlow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Obsessed.
In my day, it was Elvis. Everybody's mum was
Elvis.
So Elvis played a part as well?
Yeah, well, my dad is very into the 50s, so I grew up with the Beatles as well. Big fan of the Beatles.
And are you then a big fan too?
Yeah. Don't test me like.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm a big fan of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Proud to be from Liverpool because they're from Liverpool.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I obviously I'm not from Liverpool. Chase on the desk there, he's not from Liverpool. You're surrounded by immigrants right now. But for me to gravitate to Liverpool, it didn't come from a musical perspective. It came from a relationship. That's why I moved into the city, But it was still a dream come true because I'd always looked at Liverpool as my. That's where music comes from for me.
Yeah.
Because I was a Beatles obsessive,
Yeah.
So it's a dream come true. And you are in a wonderful place to be creative, aren't you?
Definitely. My dad's a very big inspiration of mine because he did music when he was my age. He'd go around gigging and making his own music in a band.
Fabulous, yeah.
So not like a only a local band, you know, only like around pubs and that, but he always tells me stories about it, and that has inspired me a lot.
What's his instrument?
Guitar. Yeah. Our house is full of like different types of guitars, like just mad shapes. And
Sounds like my house.
Yeah.
Say if you know how many guitars you've got, you haven't got enough.
Never.
They do say that.
Yeah,
it's true. I don't actually know how many I've got at any one time because they tend to flow in and flow out. Well, I can't work that anymore, so I'll put that one on eBay or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I need this one though over there. That one's coming into the family.
Yeah.
So you've been surrounded by music in that case, growing up,
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that as well.
Yeah, it's a gift, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? It's an absolute gift. So so then you started developing your own tastes, I guess, as you sort of progressed through. And who were you listening to yourself? Who gave you inspiration when you were younger?
When I was younger, well, my first favourite band was One Direction. I was a massive One Direction fan.
Big roll of the eyes. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let
same. But through the high school years, Ariana Grande has inspired me. She's the one that inspired me to start singing because I just fell in love with her voice and her artistry and what she talks about, who she is, how she presents herself.
Were you in any way involved with the Manchester horrible event that took place?
No.
Did you know anybody that was impacted by it? A lot of people do, don't they, around here?
Yeah.
That was absolutely dreadful. But no,
It really
she's a wonderful
was.
artist, and she
Very
really
strong.
is. Absolutely, yeah. Ariana Grande. Who else could you mention that you've really followed?
Beyonce is a big inspiration. She really gave me confidence through school when I really needed it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just it's you can't underestimate or understate the impact that this can have, the impact on the people out there.
Definitely, yeah.
And that can be true for your own as well, because you've got those lived experiences, and you are going to be expressing them in your music, and it's just the same for your work. It will impact on somebody else in that positive way.
I really hope so.
Absolutely. So you do play some instruments to a level, don't you?
To a level, yeah.
Yeah. So you play piano and guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still learning though. Like I would still call myself a beginner, to be honest. But
I kind of feel the same way. I've been playing 35 years, but I still feel like I'm very much a beginner. But I certainly, well, maybe not a beginner. That's probably an exaggeration, but certainly learn every day something new. It's
yeah, definitely. I find it very mindful as well. Like even I'm very I always do the same chords, which I probably shouldn't. I probably should like not invest. Oh, I've completely gone.
No, you're talking about investing time in maybe finding a few more chords or different chords, but are they the ones that you really resonate with, though? These ones that you keep playing, the same ones?
Yeah, and because they feel easy as well. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that counts.
Just like, stressing out as, tough shift, stressing out, just go home, strumming the guitar. Get that going. It helps.
It really does.
It really does.
In an incredible way. And also rehearsal. I've been to rehearsals when I've had the most dreadful day, and I think to myself, I don't want to go tonight. I don't want to go tonight because I'm so wound up by the day. You get there in my context, in a band scenario with other people that you like and respect. They strike up the first chord of the first song. You think it's like a balloon deflating. It all comes out, and you think, thank God I came tonight, because it's so healing.
Needed it.
So
needed it. It really is. Yeah. It's it's creatives. It's like emotions. For me, anyway, that's what drives it.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? That is what makes a creative, because it's a mental release.
That's right.
And like if I didn't have music, I'd be completely lost.
Sure.
I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
It changes everything.
Totally. But you've got a lot of work. You've been doing this for a while now. When did you really start creating? What age were you roughly when you started writing stuff down? And
I really don't know, because I've always been like singing around the house, like as a kid. I think we all like made up little dances as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Perform them in front of our parents. Used to just sing in the mirror random melodies, and when I was like 11, I had like a little songbook, and I'd write like songs in them, but I've lost it.
Oh no!
I'm gutted. I bet they were hilarious.
Oh wow! There would have been a good laugh, that's for sure.
They really would have been.
Nothing more, there'd have been a good laugh. Well, don't do it again. You must protect that stuff. I'm sure you probably got your new book now that you write stuff down. It's all on your phone or whatever.
Yeah, everywhere. It's everywhere. As we spoke about that before, it's everywhere.
That's right. Yeah. But that also not only words, but also musical clips or melodies that come to mind and stuff like you say. You record all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like as I said, my phone is a mess.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Thousands of voice memos that don't even have a name, just recording 1, 2, 3, 4 or something, which is dead annoying. It really is, because I'm like, what was that thing ages ago? Was that July last year or what? Do you know what I mean? Like did that even happen? I'll have to do it again. And my voice notes, my notes app as well.
Right. Yeah.
Like filled, and I'm sure loads of creatives.
We're all the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely all the same. And it's a scattergun thing very often.
It is.
But you've got to get it out there and get it recorded, because you never know what's going to come with these things, and you'll use them as somebody that's been doing it for decades now. You don't lose anything. Don't throw anything away. Keep it all, because it will come in handy. It really
definitely.
will.
You never know what it will come into.
That's right. So you've done some performing as well. So you're writing, you're learning your instruments, you're practicing your poetry, lyrical stuff going on. Yeah, you've done a few performances so far, and you've come to now the course at the academy. And how did that come about? Did you how did you get hold of that?
The academy Instagram account reached out and said, you know, we've got an opportunity, you know, fully funded, sent me the poster for it.
Fabulous.
And they were like, think this would be a great opportunity for you.
Right,
and
yeah.
I did think about it for a bit because I was struggling with like anxiety around this stuff, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially because it's like performance, and that was a big hurdle for me.
Yes.
Yes,
You described that,
yeah, but I just thought, like, you've got to do it. You've got to.
Well, that is the first stage, is like we were just chatting about before we came into the studio, of getting out of your own way, because you've got to be brave and you've got to step forward, and you've done that. So it's the 4th week now, and have you enjoyed the experience so far?
I'm having the best time of my life.
Oh,
honestly.
That's so cool.
No, I am.
That's lovely.
Because, like, I've learned so much, and
Yeah.
it's such, like, because I was so scared, and now I've shown myself it's nothing to be scared of.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's how you get there.
That's right.
You've got to be scared.
Absolutely right.
Sometimes.
But also you're building a network, which is so important.
Yeah, honestly, I love everyone. Like,
But they're
we all get
always going
along.
to be there at the end of the course. Obviously, we're going to move forward through various different phases of development on the course, and the end result will be a live performance. But you're all there for each other, aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
Will always be the case.
We're always, like, supporting each other, and
That's
it just feels, like, amazing.
That's
you know what I mean?
wonderful. That's great.
Yeah.
So what have you been studying so far in the 3 weeks up to this week? This is the 4th, isn't it? Yeah.
So we've been looking at everything an artist needs, like radio, and there's so many things I didn't even know about, like solicitors.
Yeah.
Artists use solicitors. I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um.
So artist management, essentially, or artist development, and looking into legal aspects. Yeah. Have you done the publishing side of it, and that's platforms and recordings and that sort of thing yet? 'Cause if you haven't, that would be,
I think that's still to come. Yeah.
But you did mention though that alongside this, you're working through Vamper. Might as well give it a shout out.
Yeah.
What do they call it again? They call it like what do they call Vamper? It's like a dating app for music.
A dating app. Well, it's like, yeah, it is, because it's not, but like you're making connections. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They said it's like Tinder, but for musicians.
That's it. That's right. Tinder.
Yeah.
That's right. Tinder for musicians.
And it works.
And there you go.
Yeah.
You've already made a couple of connections through that.
Yeah.
Where are they based? Are they UK based or are they abroad?
I'm not sure. One of them is in Scotland.
Right.
That's Mark Moncrief.
Mark Moncrief.
Yeah.
Give him a shout out.
Yeah, and the other's Terry Gators,
Okay.
who I'm working with at the minute.
Yeah. You're not quite sure where he is.
I'm not quite sure now.
Isn't that the beauty of it though? You can actually produce music now and not even know where the other person lives.
No,
That's
exactly.
awesome, isn't it?
Exactly.
Just describe that for us though. What sort of describe the tracks that you're working on?
So they're both. One is trance.
Yeah.
A trance track.
Yeah.
That Mark done the instrument for, produced, and it sounds amazing.
Cool. And what's your role?
So I wrote the lyrics and the vocal for it.
Wow.
So I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. So you've therefore written the melody line with the sound of it as well, your own melody line?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and the same with Terry as well.
Same thing again.
Yeah.
And a similar style again, was it a trance or house kind of?
Yeah, so
approach?
Melodic progressive house.
Yeah. How exciting is that?
It's very exciting.
And when might we hear the results of that then?
Hopefully early next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
So,
it's not in my hands, so
yeah, understood.
you know.
But they're obviously liking what you're doing by the sound of it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
And you've obviously submitted your part, have you, for their inclusion on the track? Or?
Yeah, I'm still working on the one with Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Still working on it, but still stuff to do. But
living the dream, man.
yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
And this is
There
all
it is.
this is all your creation. This is you're doing it. So yeah. we all struggle with that anxiety thing, in various different ways. But you're doing it, you're getting there, you really are.
Yeah, you've just got to, people think with anxiety you avoid it, but really, you lean into it. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
Something I've done with, stuff like panic attacks, stuff like that, is just sitting there and feeling exactly what's going on. Where is it? Do you know what I mean? What thoughts are you having? Why are you having them?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you'll notice as well, the connections it has to your past, what you've been through, and it's just understanding yourself emotionally.
Yeah, that is such an important link to try to make.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes hard to do it on your own.
It is,
so you sometimes need to lean on other people, whatever,
therapists or
therapists or counsellors or whatever.
Yeah.
And they will find that path for you back to the origin of it. And once you've got to that point, it's easier to deal with at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So what a journey this is all about. That you're on, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you also mentioned, you actually mentioned the bigger picture and the vision. Just explain a little bit about what your vision is, where you see yourself when you do that kind of that envisioning exercise. Where do you get to?
Do you mean what do you mean?
What's the goal?
The end goal?
Yeah.
I guess to, freely express myself through music and performance and all things creative, full time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
And share what I've learned as well and hopefully help people with it.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, even this interview where you're describing what you've been through so far, the things that you've been having to deal with on a personal level, but your determination to work through that and move through that.
It's important.
This interview alone, will be an inspiration to young people out there who are, and even older people out there that are going through the same difficulties. And they'll be thinking, well, she's a model there. She's a model for what I need to do. She's doing what I need to do. So.
And what you said before, which resonated and will with everyone, you're in your own way.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? And you've got to get out of your own way.
That's right. And we all have to go through that process, everybody.
Yeah, everyone.
And all those confident performers that we think they all do that, they are all feeling the same way inside, yeah? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, and that's something that obviously this 10 weeks that you're part way through is going to be part of that process for helping. And it's also about networking. I mean, do you get the chance to go out there and perform? You've got a plan, actually, haven't you, which we talked about.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your plan.
So,
in the short term to get to the longer term benefits and stuff.
So, do you mean about the stage fright situation?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So, whenever I have a night free, what I've done is I've found out an open mic night around my area in Liverpool. That's on every day of the week. Whenever I get an evening free, I'll go to it and I'll do it.
That's awesome.
And it'll feel horrible. It will, and I know that. But you've got to feel horrible.
You've got to use all the tools around you, haven't you, to try. Yeah. And you're in the right city to do that because there's a karaoke on every night in Liverpool somewhere. Yeah. And it's just knowing where to go. And you've just got to burn through it.
You really do. I saw a post on Instagram the other day, and it was about where if your work is from motivation, that doesn't work. You can't wait to be motivated. It's about discipline. Do you know what I mean? And that really resonated, and it needed to see that. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because it's the hard feelings that you push through.
Yes.
It's not waiting for the good feelings to help you push through.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's hard. It is hard.
It's just getting in the right order, really.
Yeah.
And your plan, which you've come up with yourself, is great, a brilliant plan. Completely,
Hope it works.
You just got to make it happen now, just got to make it happen. And that performance anxiety is something you can only work through with practice. You just got to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can say how determined you are to do that as well.
I really am determined to do it.
Awesome. So if you were to describe your own kind of performance style and voice, if you like, Who could people hang their hat on? You know, if you'd say, well, sound a bit like these or a bit like a cross between those and those, who would you say? What do you sound like,
sure.
you think, when you're singing?
A big inspiration from Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
You know, I've been told I have quite a similar like tone. My vocal coach said that to me.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, she can hear like the inspiration from it.
Fabulous.
Who else? Madison Beer.
I don't know that name, so
No,
just
she's
describe
really
that.
good.
Yeah. Describe her for us.
So
For
she.
the older people out there.
No.
I think.
She's really good. Like her music is something. Her style of music, it's quite like emotional. It's quite bluesy actually.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Well, with your knowledge, you must have knowledge of blues because you've got that going on in your background with your
The
mum.
Beatles. And,
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around the city now, and I love it. Among younger performers and bands, a lot of blues coming back out again. So she's got a bluesy tinge to what she's doing, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So Madison Beer, that was, yeah.
Yeah, Madison Beer. Her style of music inspires me to create like her.
Yeah.
And same with what I said about Ariana Grande. Like, I really love the breathiness in her voice and how it creates like the emotion and like the feel. So that is what I try to convey in my voice as well, because I've heard it through her and love it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and her harmonies as well as in her music. She vocal produces everything herself. Well, not.
Really,
I don't think everything,
right.
but she definitely does a lot of her own vocal production,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Like,
Because you've worked on tech as well, haven't you? You've studied the tech a little to a degree, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did that engage you? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I did.
Subject matter sort of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting learning how like things work as well, and like.
I think as a performer, it's really important, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
In the early days, you're probably going to need to set yourself up.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's going to be crucial. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my strongest though. But
No.
Yeah,
but we also talked. Sorry to interrupt. We also talked though about potentially using tech to overcome some of just to use anything you can to overcome some of those things that maybe you are struggling with in terms of anxiety or whatever it is.
Yeah,
or
like
I can't hear the flipping backing track, or I can't hear the band. There's ways around that stuff.
Yeah.
It's solvable.
Like we said about the in-ears.
That's right.
Yeah.
The in-ear monitors. That's right. Yeah. That solves the problem in one fell swoop. Not a problem now. Now concentrate on performing.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Because you can hear yourself, you know what's going on, and that's the thing that throws me off. Like PA systems, because I'm not used to them.
Yeah.
It's like the sound's going that way.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, obviously, yeah.
But it is a problem as a performer.
Yeah.
Until you get up there and try, you suddenly realise actually I can't hear the background. How am I going to pitch where I'm at? It's really hard.
Yeah.
And it varies so much from venue to venue as well. So that's all part of the learning process though. Yeah. And also though, use the tech. Use whatever you've got to use. You're in the jungle.
I know. I'm like, oh.
So
it's just dancing on it.
Would you believe, I know this is your first podcast, as we said, but we're actually racing towards the end of the time now. And you were a little bit concerned about coming up and doing this. How have you felt about how it's gone so far?
It's way better than I thought it would be. I thought I'd like completely fall apart.
Well, exactly.
But
that's not
I
happened.
haven't.
Not anything like it.
I have a little bit, but I've hid it well, so that's getting on my nerves. It's out to get me.
It's a triffid. It's one of those moving triffid things.
No, you know what? It's my hair. I've got
you.
too much. Just getting caught.
Well, you've got a great personality, you know. And
thank you so much.
Obviously, a great voice, so we can't wait to hear more of that.
Oh,
Give us your social media so people can follow you and follow your progress.
So I just go by Emilie Culshaw. Emilie spelled Emilie, and then Culshaw Culshaw. It's because I'm nervous. I can't think.
Well, we put it on a label underneath.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
I probably got it all wrong, to be honest.
I'll double check.
Okay.
But
Please
done. No, well done on your first podcast.
Thank you.
Great job, honestly.
Thank you.
And you've expressed yourself, which is all we can hope for.
Yeah.
So great stuff. Great to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
And we'll be seeing more of each other the next 6 weeks or so as the course continues. And I just wish you the best of luck with it, obviously.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. So this has been the Liverpool Community Podcast again. If I get my words out, I'm Phil Beale. If you like what you're hearing, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Send us some feedback. Send us a few comments, and let us know how we're doing. But for now, for now, it's over and out from me. Thank you. Cheers then. Bye bye.